After Lord's, the media had murdered England. Now they were hailing Michael Vaughan's men as superheroes. Andrew Flintoff got the kind of billing that Ian Botham had got way back in 1981. And suddenly the whole country seemed to really believe that winning the Ashes was a possibility. The main reason for that is that England had won the mind games. Having lost so convincingly at Lord's, they'd come back and in a thrillingly close encounter had won at Edgbaston. It really was something to behold. And of course, to beat Australia in a tight finish, well, nobody ever seems to do that. The batsmen had done their bit, but somehow the taking of 20 wickets seemed all the more heroic. As we went to Old Trafford, Australia had to reflect on something. A still injured Glenn McGrath and an unexpectedly injured Brett Lee, who was in hospital.
We have a country awash with Ashes fever, courtesy of last Sunday at Edgbaston. This is Old Trafford, 4 days later, and the third end-power test match. The Ashes are level at 1-1. The two captains are with me for the toss, along with Ranjan Madigali, the match referee, and Connor Shaw, our 6-year-old mascot. Michael, let's go.
Heads. Heads is the call. It is a tail. Michael, you won the toss.
Michael Vaughan has won the toss.
Yeah, we're going to have a bat. It looks a good wicket. Try and put Australia under some pressure with a good first innings total.
Okay, are you under pressure from the nation? There's a bit of a fever out there, isn't there?
Oh, it's great. It's great for the game, and it's good that everyone's talking about cricket. We've enjoyed the series so far. We enjoyed the one-day series. It should be a great last 3 games.
And the luxury of announcing an unchanged team.
Yeah, we've got the same team as Edgbaston. Hopefully, the same performance and the same result.
Now, does the side need to take a fresh guard? Because presumably it's still euphoric after Edgbaston.
No, we realise it's a new game, and Edgbaston was great. We obviously levelled the series, but this is a totally new game. It's just important that we keep our performance levels to a similar standard. Try and put Australia under pressure. Enjoy the cricket. Edgbaston was a great game. I'm sure this will be no different.
All right, Michael. Thank you very much for joining us. Ricky, you've got some great news about your team.
Yeah, Glenn's come up remarkably well. He had a very good workout yesterday and a good run around this morning, and he's fit for the game. So we're pretty happy with that.
So Glenn McGrath in, and the news on Brett Lee.
Yeah, Brett's fine. Yeah, we never had too many concerns with him anyway, although we had a couple of days in hospital being pampered by the nurses. He's come up remarkably well as well. So
it's been a sort of, forget the pampering for a minute, it's been a pretty unsettling few days for you though.
Yeah, it has been. There's been a bit going on, obviously, with even with Glenn going down on the morning of the last Test match. It's been a little bit unsettling, but we've got everything back in order now. We're looking forward to the game. There's a great challenge looking ahead and awaiting us in this Test match.
Yep, the great thoroughbred truly was fit. Isn't a week a long time in sport? So too was the Flying Colt. Much to look forward to then, as the captains had told us. English selection is easy these days. They're unchanged again. And Australia, of course, so pleased with the presence of McGrath and Lee. Here are Strauss and Trescothick. They're going to come out to bat on a pitch that looks a beauty. Rock hard, promising some bounce and carry. It shouldn't seem around much, and on a pleasant morning, you'd rather be batting. We'll pick it up with Glenn McGrath, bowling to Marcus Trescothick.
Nice to play. Well, it gives you a good idea of the pace of the ball over the outfield.
Pitched up was that. He sat on the back foot and he got a lovely little outside edge. You see, look at the footwork, is poor. Oh, that's a shocker. That is a shocking attempt.
Oh, boy. That was a resounding clunk on Andrew Strauss's helmet, and good to see one or two of the Australian players ask him how he is. It's not always been the case in this series, but that was a bad moment for Strauss. Brilliant from Brett Lee. He softened Andrew Strauss up. Fantastic bounces the over before, and now the Yorker. Could have been a slower ball Yorker. and it's brought up his 150th Test wicket. A wonderful piece of bowling. Australia have the breakthrough.
Well, it is. Brilliance from Brett Lee. It was the slower ball. It reads 78 mile an hour, and you just see it spinning out like an off-cutter. And total deception. It's been ferocious pace and bounce and smart, intelligent bowling. Strauss gone for 6. It's now 26 for 1.
He knows it. We know it. Michael Vaughan needs runs. All sorts of opinions offered about his technique from all over the land. The point is that if Vaughan remains natural and holds his body shape like that, he'll triumph.
No third man. First boundary for the England captain. Not the most convincing of boundaries.
Run. It's not as quick an outfield at Edgbaston, but even so, Marcus Trescothick is starting to find the middle of the bat.
That's a lovely shot from Vaughan. That's just about Michael Vaughan at his very best.
Now that's just a nudge down the ground. Whoa! Perfect timing.
$100 for England.
That's 2 straight. That'll be 4 runs, and that'll be 50 for Trescothick. He's cashing in here at Old Trafford. It's 110 for 1. And dropped again. Dear, oh dear. It's flown. It was a toughie, but I have to say, you've got to get him. This time it's Michael Vaughan gets a life on 41.
Out! Oh, no ball, bad luck. Oh, bad luck you Aussies.
Oh, settle down there, boys. Can you believe it? It was the perfect comeback from Glenn McGrath. There was the drop catch, the previous delivery, frustration at that. He comes in and just overcooks his run up. He's 1.5 inches over. Perfect delivery. Watch it deck back through the gate. And then it would have been bowled again.
Are we on a roller coaster or what? Terrific batting, and Michael Vaughan deserves great credit for the way that he carries his innings on. 4 times he's gone to 50 against Australia, and 3 of them he's gone on to make big hundreds. So that was boding well for the rest of the day. Really good partnership. The 100 they've put on together, and both played nice and freely. That's a great thing against a side as strong as Australia. It was rather odd that Shane Warne hadn't bowled, but it wasn't remotely odd that Glenn McGrath was sticking to what he does best, making life difficult for the batsman. Finally, with the score at 130, Ricky Ponting turned to Warne. 33 overs had been bowled. And surprise, surprise, look, some spin. From one destroyer to another. There's Roy Keane.
No third man. Fast outfield. It's quick enough during the day. No one's going to get that.
Oh, that's lovely batting. All you need to do is wait and wait on a pitch as true as this, and then you'll get your timing into sync. What's that done? Now then, yes, out! 600 Test match wickets for Shane Warne. What a moment.
The whole ground is standing, but I fancy it's not so much for Marcus Trescothick, but for Shane Warne. 600th wicket has come off slightly unorthodox fashion, off the back of Trescothick's bat, onto Adam Gilchrist's knee and up into his gloves. And the end of Marcus Trescothick, and what a moment for the great leg spinner. 63 to Trescothick, 163 for 2 England.
Oh, it's a full toss and he's hit it nicely. McGrath might not make this, he's struggling to get there, and he won't be running around there and putting his foot down just short of the rope, just in case he goes over on that ankle again. Right, that takes him to 99. He's got it away. That's well played. Listen to the roar, it goes up. That's Michael Vaughan's 15th century and his 4th against Australia.
What a way to bring it up. A lovely clip through the onside, and he will soak up this occasion. He's the first man in the series to bring up the 3 figures, and very timely that the skipper chips in. He's leading from the front now. His form has been an issue, but not now. He's turned things around.
That's a bit short and nicely played. That's what Vaughan should be waiting for.
Michael Vaughan is at his best. Maximum. Wonderful timing. Well, that's marvellous bowling that doesn't go rewarded for Jason Gillespie. Now, when things go against you in the game of cricket, boy, do they go against you.
Come on.
4 more through the offside. Oh, dropped. Matthew Hayden at slip. Starting to lose count of the number of chances that Australia have put down today, but that will be somewhere in the region of 4 or 5. Magnificent stroke from the England captain.
Good start, but it'll go for 4, that I fancy. Really crisp out of the middle of the bat, that was.
152, the England captain. Raises his bat in acknowledgement, and he's finding his very, very best form now. There he goes again. Consecutive boundaries, 3 boundaries now off this over from Jason Gillespie. Just the 4 bowlers used today, the main part by Ricky Ponting, and it's been hard work for all of them. Nicely played, very clever from Vaughan.
Oh, this could have hauled out. Yes. Well, a lovely, juicy full toss, and he smacked it straight down long on's throat.
Can't believe it, Michael Vaughan. Big full toss from a part-time bowler, Simon Katic, and it's taken the strike bowler, Glenn McGrath, to show the rest of the Australian fielders how to catch. Vaughan could have picked his spot anywhere. He was looking for the deep mid-wicket boundary between the long on and the very square mid-wicket, and in the end he put it straight down Glenn McGrath's throat. But what an innings it's been, a timely return to form for the England captain. And the whole ground rises to him, appreciates his fluent stroke play and his mental strength as well, because he came into this innings under a little bit of a cloud. Wonderful innings, 166 to him, 290 for 3.
Very good stroke straight down the ground. Beautifully played.
Yes, it was slightly over-pitched. He didn't try and hit it too hard. It's all about placement and timing this game. Just watch this. Just spin there, but he was... he just came down the pitch a little bit, getting more confident as each moment goes by. Oh, that's rubbish. And it's been treated exactly the way it should have been. That's it. That's his first half century against Australia. And it really is a feather in his cap. It's been tough for him. They've thrown everything at him. And he's still there. Oh, he's hit that. It's in the air. This is out. He's got him. He's caught him on the boundary. That's a big wicket. A short ball from Brett Lee with the new ball. Peterson has gone for it and he's fallen into the trap.
Peterson for 21, 333 for 4.
Oh, he's bowled him. That's sore stumps all over the place. Brett Lee has come to the party tonight, given the new ball, and well, he's knocked over Peterson. And now the night watchman Hoggard.
To a degree, those 2 late wickets had dampened the flames that had been lit earlier in the day by Michael Vaughan. A quite brilliant innings from him and resilient support from Ian Bell. For once, Dame Fortune had deserted Glenn McGrath, but there were 3 wickets for Brett Lee. It was Michael Vaughan's day, though he'd have to agree to share it, I think, with the blonde bamboozler.
Just the 600 then.
Oh no, I say it with the respect it deserves. It's yeah, look, 600. It's a hell of a lot of wickets, and I wish it was about 603 or 4. England boys played extremely well today. Once they got through that first sort of hour and a bit when the ball was getting through pretty nicely, wicket flattened out, and they played extremely well. And you know, we just dropped too many chances.
You've had a tough few months emotionally, and you made a signal when you got to those 600 wickets, first with a ball, but then with your wide armband.
Yeah, that was a bit of emotion there. That was my daughter gave it to me when the family went back to Australia and said, "You've got to be strong, Daddy," and says strength on it, and that's why she gave it to me. So that was for her and the other 2 kids as well.
You must be pleased and relieved. The wheel of fortune has gone your way at last.
Yeah, I felt pretty good over the last few weeks, not getting too many scores. I felt there was a score around the corner. Fortunately, it arrived today.
Any particular thing worked better than it had done previously this summer?
I just tried to enjoy it. I went out and tried and play on instinct rather than think too much about technicality or the pressures of maybe that I was under. I just tried to enjoy my batting and react to the ball. Fortunately, it paid off.
The game keeps cracking along at a fair old rate, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's 2 wickets late on there. I suppose Australia feel they've just got back into a little bit, but 340 for 5. We're happy with that day. Try and get another few more runs in the morning, put them under some pressure in the afternoon.